Hello, my friend. Hello, Tony. Locals report. It was pretty good. It was okay. I lost against Voiceless, sadly. But it was due to time, so I think if we had a longer run, we would have been fine. But no, the guy did play well, so I lost to Voiceless Voice, and then I won against some rogue deck, like some pendulum strategy, and then the last round I didn't take too seriously. I just because my friend wanted to practice, so I switched decks and I played this deck, and we just rolled the dice for the win, so it was fine. I didn't really care because at that point we were both one win, one loss, so we were just practicing. Because tomorrow I have to go. Well, I don't have to go, but tomorrow I will be going to the OTS championship. Because I want to try and do well, but right now I'm in three brains. It's either this deck, the Magical Musketeers. It's either Magical Musketeers. Yeah, so it's between Magical Musketeer, Runic, the one that I mentioned, Runic White Forest, which is also one that I played today, and it's also between. What other deck is it between? It's between the Mimigul deck, the TCG exclusive deck that plays Shifter and a bunch of Kashtira cards. Like in my head, I'm thinking that deck goes crazy because if I have a Kashtira Unicorn in my hand, or if I have access to it, then I can banish the Fiendsmith players because they will play only one of, so you can banish their main engine cards from their extra deck and just, and win from there. But I'm not sure. I'm not sure if that's gonna be the best strategy. To be honest, I just don't know. I just don't know. Like this one also seems quite powerful, but this one is, I don't know. I just don't know. I really don't know. This one has like, the Fiendsmith power. Like I'm considering just rolling a dice and deciding, but I don't know. I also gotta put my deck into the deck. Best to play a deck with more XP. Then like this one I'm still uncomfortable because like I'm good at the magical musket part, but I'm just like not really good at seeing like really far ahead in terms of lines. So I don't know. I'm able to consistently build a board, but like today I'm gonna test hands with this, and depending on how I go, like if I'm gonna just open some hands, and then I'm gonna pretend like a particular player will Ash Blossom or hit me on a certain point, and then I'll see if I can play through it or something like that. If I am uncomfortable during that period, like I can't play fast, so I'm still taking too long to think, then I'll just play. Probably it's between the Runic and the other one. But yeah, anyways. The only reason why I'm more inclined to play this deck, the Magical Musket, is because somebody thankfully gave me. Remember, I didn't really have a choice this week. I wasn't gonna go because I didn't have the cards that I needed to play this particular deck, and then the guy let me borrow. I asked somebody, and he let me borrow his SP because he's not playing today, and the Lorry, which he had too. So I'm gonna borrow those cards today. I mean tomorrow if I do play it, right? So. He's like, oh, do you want to borrow them? Because I know you want to play that deck. I was like, yeah, sure, I'll borrow them and I'll bring them back next week. So that's what I'll do. So that's what I'm thinking. Like maybe I should play it and just play it. Even if I do bad, it's okay. At least I was able to say like I played Magical Muskets in a tournament. You know what I mean? I just want to like maybe go see how it goes. Just have fun maybe. And if I have fun, it'll be a bit easier for me to focus and play better. Like, cause maybe if I'm too stressed, then I won't be able to do anything. So I don't know. So for now, I'm going to practice a little bit, okay? Like today, I played the Runic game, and it was so funny. How uncomfortable you are with Fiendsmith. I think I'm not No, I'm not like, did you not see lines? No, I saw lines. Like, I saw lines because I was teaching my friend how to play it. Across the table, and he was like, and I found like a really funny line to go back into the Feedsmith stuff, and so I think I know what I'm doing, but I think I just feel like I don't know what I'm doing. You know what I mean? You know that vibe? You know what you're doing, but you feel like you don't know what you're doing. Let's see what I can do. Let's see what I can do. Okay. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 4, 5. This is my hand. So I got the Shavara, I got very odd cards, and I got this. Cool. So I think I would start with, this is a very simple start. I'll go Starfire, normal summon, right? Is that correct? Well, yeah. Well, why do I want to do this? Because this one won't give me value right now. So this is the only quote-unquote brick, but it's not the end of the world. It just means that we can go into, we can do something else. So here what we do is we go, we can discard it as well. So we use the effect of this to pitch over here. So I normal summon Starfire. The reason, if I'm going second, okay, if I'm going second, like I got 2 Starfires. Oh my god, this is so funny. Oh my god, this is so fucked up. Oh my god, if I go second, normal summon, use the effect of link into the brains. They have to negate this. If they don't negate this, then they can't respond to anything. So and then I summon this. I activate it in the column, right? Summon this, then instantly link, and then I get the effect of this guy, and then I chain block with that guy, and they cannot respond to that. So I get the search, and I get the fucking max resolution. So that's really funny if I go second. If I go first, on the other hand, let's say this is my hand. This card is a good pitch, and this card is also a good pitch for my hand, but it's also a good card to have in my hand, because I can sit a card and then I can pop and then go from there. But I'm going to normal summon here, and then I'm going to use the effect of Foolish Burial Goods to send a card from my deck to the grave, send the spell traps. And the spell trap that I'm going to send is the one that I'm a big fan of right now. Is called the Black Goat Laughs. I found it, remember? So Black Goat Laughs will get sent to the graveyard, and basically I can banish this card from my graveyard to any monster that's on the field cannot activate its effect. The ones that I name it. So I have to say, like, for example, Fallen of Albaz, and if I name that card, then it cannot activate its effects while it's on the field. Oh, I think it's while it's on the field. So that's that. Okay, boom. I'm gonna get my glasses. You should think before. Yeah, I'm gonna think, and I'm gonna think step by step, but I'm also gonna make sure that I'm making it like really optimal. I'm gonna try my best to make optimal boards right now. So I use this, then effect of this one on a new chain, and then this one will let me search for a it will let me special summon. So I'll special summon Casper, and then Casper is summoned there, and that's like my main guy that should be on the board. Okay. Then we go this one. Okay, so let's say, okay, let me just think about this. So is there a point in going into a Magical Musketeer max? Because if I do go into that, then I could be playing into Bestials really badly, which is not good, right? We don't want to do that. See, another reason why I don't want to play this deck is because it's lights, and I think people are going to play Bestials. And I don't know if I want to walk into that, into that arena. Maybe I should just play a deck that's an Earth, like the Mimigul stuff, and then play Shifter, and then just like play a bunch of other non-engine and stuff like that, and some goofy art cards, and then see what I can do. So I don't know. I'm just gonna think about it. But right now, let me just see what I can do here. Okay. Okay. So if I go max here, then I go link off this max, then I go into relinquished, this one. Right, so I can go 1, 2, this one into this. Okay, so I go, if I go straight into this, then what? I use the effect, that one goes into that, then I use the effect of this, and this goes into this, and then I should go into fusion card, and then I use the effect of that, and then shuffle back the Requiem, and then this goes into that, okay? And then what? And then I use the effect of And then I use those two to go into sequence. So I got a that dark monster, the dark one, plus I've got the light one in the grave. And so by that point I would have this card, which is a light, and my other one, which is a light. So we do need the extra body on the board. We do need the extra body on the board because we don't have an extra body right now. So we go max. So we definitely go max, right? Then we go Requiem effect to go into thing. But if it's strong enough, like Kashtira, it shouldn't matter, you feel me? Wait, so you are definitely right. People would probably play that, but if it's strong enough, like Kashtira, it shouldn't matter, you feel me? The thing is, like, maybe I should counter strategies. That's what I'm trying to think of, like, with the Mimigul stuff. Like, Mimigul is a very gimmicky deck, but it's been doing well, like, in the OTS level. Like, it's not... Like, it's pretty good because it's, like, pretty interesting to play. And it kind of is like an anti-meta because it plays Shifter. Like, you can main Shifter. And the deck is really weird because what you can do is you can trigger talents on the first turn. How comfortable with Mimigul are you? I'm fairly comfortable. It's easier than this deck. It's easier than this deck. And I played it today and I beat somebody, so that I was okay with it. It's like fine. The most comfortable will be the runic deck. Like, easily the most comfortable. It's a very just control, low, like very control oriented. I play skill drain in the main, which is huge sometimes. Yeah, and it just can ruin matchups if I go first. If I go second, I play evenly matched, which came up twice today. Even skill drain came up today going second, which was hilarious because they had an unbeatable monster that was unaffected by my opponent's targeted effects or whatever, so I would like skill drain and then pop and then, you know, go from there. So it's just like, it sounds good, but also this is insane. Like, have you seen the board that you can build with this are insane, and it's not like I'm horribly uncomfortable, it's just that I feel like I have more experience with the other decks than I do, because this one I picked up this week basically this week, and I seriously looked at it and I played it a lot this week during the stream. So it's like, I don't know what to do. Are people going to be aware of Fiendsmith? Are they just going to look at Fiendsmith all day? And then maybe I should like play expecting people to play Fiendsmith. So I play a series of Bestial cards. And then like I should play like a Bestial Mimigul deck or something like that. Or maybe I should play the Toy Box Whitewoods with Bestials. Dude who isn't going to look at Fiendsmith. That's what I'm saying. What else is meta? Well, there's Yubel that's meta, which can get hit by the thing. The thing is with the what do you call it? The Bestials and all that jazz is that they will play into talents, and people are definitely playing talents this format. So I don't know. Let me just build this board. So we're definitely sending this because we need the extra name in the grave. Use this, summon out. Summoning out another card. So Yubel and Snake Eye and a Tempai are in the meta right now. And Tempai is so annoying. I hate it so much. It's so lame. I don't know what to do about that deck. Maybe I should play Ship. No, I don't know what to do. I don't know. Maybe Mimigul is correct. I don't know. Anyways, this one comes out. I equip this with this. Which deck does best against stun? By the way, Runic, because you can respond, but a lot of decks don't do well against stun, so you have to play side deck cards to deal with it. Like Cosmic. I'm not even playing Cosmic in here. I think this deck can deal with it because we play Magical Muskets that can respond to their effects and pop stuff off the board and recycle over and over again. So yeah, and yeah, if my opponent likes, yeah, I don't know, something like, yeah, and we play a lot in the graveyard and stuff, so skill drain doesn't really hurt that much, or it shouldn't hurt that much. I can beat over big bodies and stuff. I don't know. Oh, and this effect has some crazy effect to send an equip and then like send a card off the field. Like the removal is there in this deck as well, which is funny. Anyways, let me just think about this. So we go this one, right? So let me just think. So we use this to go into this Necroquip Princess. Then I can then think about this play. So here, if I link summon these two off for sequence, then it might be a problem, right? It might be a problem, right? Or from here, I can go into a Yama. Okay, let's think about it. Let's think about it. Let me just think about this line. Okay, hold up. So here I can go Yama, right? Yama effect adds from deck to hand this guy, but we already have it in hand. So is it worth it? No, we don't really plus anything. But Yama, we can go into Yama. Then use the effect of the Fiendsmith, the shuffle back, goes into that guy. Then effect of that, pop. And then add back from deck to hand the Fiendsmith Engraver. And then resummon out another card like the Magical Musket Starfire or the Magical Musket, the Musket Casper. Or we can summon out the Necroquip Princess and then use the effect of this guy to shuffle back, put this back, then add back the Engraver, and then I can use the effect of the tract, sorry, and then tract effect, then what does tract effect do? So tract effect. Tract effect then sends something from my hand to the graveyard, so I'll send a card from my hand to the graveyard, summons it onto the board. So then we can go effective this. So this one will always be there. Can you confidently beat the mirror match in this deck? Yeah, I mean I beat the other player today. Oh, I was confident enough to teach him the lines today. So like, I'm not horrible in this deck. It's just definitely something I'm not. You know what I'm saying? Like, this deck is combo-y. And you know me, I'm not a combo guy, but I just love the Magical Musketeer so much I decided to learn it. And now that I learn it, I know how it functions, so I know where to stop it. So see, in my head, I'm thinking, Tony, if I think that this is the strongest deck, might as well play it before the Fiendsmiths get banned, right? Also, even if you lose, you'll probably become a better player because reviewing is more OP. Yeah, true. Okay, let me just think about this play, by the way. So we can actually play past our opponents. We can play past our opponent's stuff, which is hilarious. Let me just think about it. Okay, can we just remember this hand? Can we take a photo of this hand? I'm gonna screenshot it so I know. Hold on, so I know. And then I can come back to this board state after playing ahead. I'm gonna take a screenshot right now. 1 second. Okay, I'm gonna take a screenshot here. You know what you should do? What should I do? Verse yourself, deck versus deck. But I don't have all the, like, I'm sharing cards. Like, between decks. I don't have, like, I can't, I'm not rich enough to have multiple copies of Thrust and stuff like that. So it won't work out. I have a friend that plays, but I don't know if he's willing to play now on Friday. Probably not. I don't think he would. I don't know if he would play for practice. And I don't know. Okay. Just proxy it. I mean, it's too late now because it's tomorrow. I don't want to spend time making proxies instead of practicing. So maybe someday I'll do that, but not right now. So this is the board state. Let me just take a photo of this. So Black Goat laughs with the Magical Musketeer Max plus this and this. Oh, can't even see it. Okay, this is my hand, this is my field. I'm going to go screenshot, snipping tool. I'm going to go here and I'm just going to take a photo of this board state. Okay, that's my board state right now. gonna leave it in front of me, okay? That's my board state. So now from here, let's keep playing. Let's try it out. So we're gonna go Yama. Link these two off for Yama. And then I'll use the effect of Yama to let's see, Yama effect to add, but I don't have anything, so I wouldn't do anything. Then I need to think about this. So here, can I climb? So here I would go effect of this, shuffle back guy, put this back here, go into that, then use the effect of that to pop that one, and then I'll go chain link 1, chain link 2, add back that, then use the effect of this to that one to discard, add tracked effect, add back a card, discard a card, then special summon a guy onto the board. Re-summon out a guy on the board. That one probably Lorry, or we could just discard another card from my hand, like link into the reins. This card, pitching it out of my hand actually goes crazy. I wonder if there's a way to get it out of my hand right now. Hold up, let me think about it. Is there a way to? Oh, I can set it. Use it as the pop, boom, pop, bing. Then use these two to go into that. But then I wouldn't be able to. That wouldn't work out. Anyway, so then we end on a lorry. So I end on a lorry on the board plus another miscellaneous monster on the board. Probably this card here, or the Casper, if I'm suspecting a really low board. It's Casper effect. Yeah, Casper comes onto the board. Or instead it would be Necroquip Princess plus Sharvara, and then Sharvara can go. Oh yeah, and then those two can go into a thing. Okay, let me just see what I can do. So let's just play it on, because we have fixed the game, right? So boom, boom. This one goes here. Now I've used the effect of that one. Then we can go this one into this. Okay, these two go into here. Then I will effect pop this. Then I'll go chain link 1, chain link 2, Yama. So chain link 1, chain link 2. So I would go. This one definitely comes back to my hand, and then I need to summon something out onto the board. When is the next opportunity that I can summon something onto the board? Well, that would be when I fusion summon, wouldn't it? So I'd probably go into this one just in case I don't have enough light fiends. Two monsters including a light fiend monster. So I could summon out a Necroquip and then have tracked ready from there. That could be it. So let's think about this. So summon out a guy. So I have this in my hand now. So these two are equalized into that. Shuffle back the guy. So we've popped it. We're choosing to summon something. If I go into this, then these two can go link off into something. And so can this. Yeah, so it cannot be Necroquip Princess. It has to be a light, because without the light, then I won't be able to do anything. And then I use the effect of my Fiendsmith Engraver. I'm thinking, do I choose to pop this? If I don't choose to pop this, then it's a problem. Let me just think about it. Then it's a problem, right? So if I don't pop this, I mean I summon the chamber. Chamber from deck sits under Casper, so Casper should definitely be on the right hand side, and then put this here, right? Oh no, this is 2000 defense, so I'll put this here, and then put the chamber. So let's say this is chamber, and then what do we do? So we've summoned this, and now what? Then we have to go and we add this, then we go that, then we go this into Lori, then Lori and Casper go into the sequence, and then sequence's effect will shuffle back probably two light fiends, and we'll go into a two light fiends into a thing, and then the thing will then, yeah, so that it'll go into that guy, and then that guy will then dump that one, then that effect will then add a card back to my hand, right? So I will then accumulate more lights, and I'll have a light on the board, in which case I can start banishing guys. Banish. Let's just play it out. So we go Caspar. Let's say we pop that, and we want to put this. So now our Caspar is live, and then here we go Engraver effect to add back the tract, and then we use tract effect to go into a another card. So here we want to go into Lori. So Lori is here. Lori's effect summons itself out, and then I use the effect of, I can use the effect of tract in the grave to then summon. I can use these two, but no, I can't, because I need a fiends. Oh no, two light fiends would work. So I can use the two light fiends right here to go into that guy. That guy would then summon out this one, and then this one would end on the same board without using sequence, right? Yeah, that would be without using sequence, which is pretty insane. So that would be like if I got interrupted, or if I wanted to play around sequence or something, like not play into like a sequence. So that's how I would do that. That's cool. Because it requires two light fiend monsters, or two monsters of the same thing, and then I can go into, yeah, two light fiend monsters, so it would work, and then we'd special out the guy. Okay, but let's play it as if we're playing like a really strong board. So if we're playing a really strong board, this one comes out, and then from here I need to think for a second, and I would probably still actually banish. Wait, if I banish this, think about it, banish this using these two, going into that one effect, going into that, summon out that one, then I can go into sequence, boom, then shuffle back 1, 2, and 3, shuffle back 3 of the lights, so it'll be 1, 2, and 3 maybe, and then I would shuffle them back, and then I would go into the Omni Negate. Then what else would I have on board? I would have the Omni Negates plus, yeah, plus that. The other option is to go into sequence now, and then go sequence effect to then shuffle back 2, summon out the guy. Because if I get hit here, it'd be really bad, right? If I get hit here, it's game over. So this is a bad impact. So I do this, then I shuffle back Lori plus this, Lori plus this, and then I'd go into this effect of this. This one adds back Fiendsmith back to my hand. Then I use the effect of the Fiendsmith, and then I would use the effect of the Fiendsmith. Yeah, so this is here. We've already used that to go into Yeah, so we use that to go into that, right? And then we could link off or something like this, or in other cases we could do those two to go into that. It would end on the same board. Similar board. I think it's a similar board. Is it? No, it's not actually. It's not a similar board because this one would dump that one. That one brings out that. And then what I would do is I'd use the effect of that one, banish, 1, 2, 3, go into that one, then reset, then go into that and equip. But I don't have a way to equip. No, then we have to go into that one. That one removes. No, it's the same board that I'm talking about. So if I go back, so I used Laurie and Casper. So if I wanted to play a little bit, I guess safer. Grave is in here. Got this one here like this. So I would just straight up. I would just go these two maybe. Banish. I think it's better if I do this because I use these two to go into. Yeah, then I'd go use these two to go into a Fiendsmith fusion monster, and in this case I'd go into this one, and then use the effect of this one to reborn a guy onto the board, and in our case it would be the Fiendsmith Engraver back onto the board. Then I can use these two to go into Wave Hiking Caesar, and then I can pass turn or something like this, and then during my opponent's turn activate this to summon a bozo and then go crazy like that. Then we got like a lot of follow-up, literally infinite follow-up. We've got this one. So that's the Yama line. Okay, that's Yama. I'm just thinking Yama, that's Yama line, so I don't know. That's the Yama line. Yama line without exhausting too many cards, and we still have sequence for the follow-up, and yeah, don't know if that's two hiking negates plus the Caspar, and that was like a pretty okay hand. It was like fine. We didn't open like anything crazy, so let me just see what I can do here. Let me just see what I can do with one magical musket. Boom. And boom. 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 What?
If you have snacks down here, did you want this clip to clip up a bag or anything? If you keep snacks down here?
Nah.
Sure?
Yeah, I don't need it.
Because you're gonna see it now.
Yeah, I don't need it. I don't need it. I'm good. Thank you. See ya. Use these two. Go to this. Take this one. Shuffle back the bodies. Then I'd go these two back into the extra deck, so this one goes back, and then I would summon out this one, and use the effect of this one. This one dumps the Diabolica. Diabolica, then Diabolica adds the guy that we have in the graveyard and use the effect of him, and adds attract. Like this is like insane common. Then this one, so we add attract, and then we go and we link these two off into Yama. This is where the Yama line comes up, so Yama, we go into Yama. Then we use the effect of this guy to banish 1 and banish 2, bring it back out, go into the rage, and obviously we add from Yama this one. So these are all in the grave, this one's in the banished zone. This one's in my hand, and so these are in the grave. So this is also in the grave now. And we've used its effect, and then I can pop this one, go into chainlink 1, chainlink 2, and then we obviously add chainlink 1, chainlink 2 when it's sent to the graveyard, so still not yet. So the other guy will add the Fiendsmith. We'll add the Fiendsmith card to my hand, right? We add it to my hand because we want it on the field, and then we pop this off the board, and we resummon Casper, I believe. Yeah, Casper comes onto the board. Use the effect of that. That one will then set the chamber onto the board, and then that's one part of the engine and one part of the stuff that's happening. Okay, so this one's in my hand over here, and then did we activate the tract? What did I add with the tract? I didn't add anything yet, so I'd use the effect of this and send some other card from my hand to the graveyard. So now this is in the graveyard. So then I added something, send something else, and those two are in the grave. Then I will you would probably add a magical musket. Wait, where did that magical... Oh, I didn't even have this, right? Shit, never mind, hold up. This was over here. Sorry, so where was I? So I popped that. Yeah, I popped that. I didn't have this in the graveyard, did I? Wait, did I? No, I didn't, because I put it back, I think. Wait, fuck. See, there I am. Okay, so this one goes into that one. I only shuffled back that one. Then I use those to make sure to keep the two in the grave. So it's definitely shuffled back, for sure. Yeah, it's shuffled back. So the thing is, it'll pop, and then I will resummon something else from my grave. Yeah, which is the this one here. This one comes onto the board. That's right. And this one will pop itself. Resummon this chamber. Then engraver comes back to my hand. Then I use the effect of tract. Tract will then search and dump another card from my hand to the graveyard. Then I use the effect of this to banish. Right, I banish this, and then I would fuse off these two from my hand, and then I would go into that, use the effect, go into Casper. Casper comes out. Then those two would go into Hiking Caesar, and then we have like a bunch of cards in our hand, anyways. So that's that. That's the board. That's that board state there. Okay. Let me go back into the board state that we saw on screen earlier, and to see if I can play it differently. In that I would lead off of the. I guess it wouldn't play differently. Would it play differently? Hold up. So what did I have in hand? Let's just see. So I had the goat. This one, Starfire. Doc was in my hand. With a Sharvara plus this. This is over here. This is also over here. Tract was not here yet. We had Casper over here. We had Fiendsmith in the grave, and we had Diabolica here. This one on the board, and we had Max plus Requiem, and that should be all of them there. So let's play from this point. From this point we would go into sequence, right? Let me think about it. If we go into sequence here, and then I attempt to activate the effect and the impalm here. Let's say the impalm here. Well, they hit this card with the Vela. Now, what happens here is it's not horrible, but it's not good either. Then it's actually not that bad, surprisingly speaking. So by this point we have used up the Fiendsmith, I think. Have we used the Fiendsmith? No, we haven't. Yeah, we haven't used the Fiendsmith because we've decided to use Caspar and the other one. So actually, if they do, let's say they imperm this, okay, then I use the effect of this to summon out my Doc, use Doc's, and link off Doc into Yama, because that counts as an extra summon, right? Go into Yama, right? Special summon one monster from your hand but negate its effects, okay? Yeah, that's Doc. After this effect resolves, link summon one link monster using monsters you control as material. So meaning I can use this sequence, including the monster, the link monster, including that monster. So I have to use that monster. So it's pretty cool. So I can use that, use the sequence and stuff to go into a Yama. And Yama's effect cannot be negated, and so I can't add a Sharvara anyway, so there's no point. So maybe was there a point in doing this? Let's say they do, no, hold up. Let's say we don't use that yet. Right, we keep this here, keep this here, keep this here. We still have ways, right? We have Doc here. We have used the normal summon this turn. So we just use the Fiendsmith card, shuffle back a light fiend, probably the max. Comes back out. Right? Then we use these two to go into Yama. Yama's effect gets negated, but I won't even attempt to add anything, so I just want to use the effects. And then I'll go, then I will go link into the reins to link summon. Boom. Like I'm burning a lot of cards, but I mean I'm forced to, right? Use these to go into a blue dog. Then this is pretty crazy actually. Wait, this is actually fine. What the heck? Hold up, man. Hold the phone. We recover. It says here, if a link monster you control is destroyed by battle or card effect while this card is in your graveyard, you can banish this card, add one monster from your graveyard to your hand with the same original type as one of those destroyed monsters. You can only activate one link into the range. So meaning that we can add any fiend to my hand. What if they nib you? Or is no one playing nib? I don't think nib hurts this deck. Because what we can do is, like if he had nibbed me at sequence, or at any point there, like I threaten nib, I can play under it by going into an early Caesar. I don't think nib is a problem. Like I just have to choose whether or not I want to play under it. And I don't think, I haven't seen a nib in an extremely long time, and I've seen people's list, like at locals I mean, and nobody's playing nib for some reason. The reason is because like nib doesn't do anything into the other decks, the other strong decks. So nib is like, it's like fine. I think nib does some. No, nib won't. I don't think nib is gonna work. I think nib can work, but I don't. You have to get super unlucky for it to work on you. You know what I mean? Like I have to be super unlucky. Or they draw a nib imperm, which is a pretty good combo. But people aren't playing that. Usually they're just playing like they're playing hand traps they can just fuck on their own. You know what I mean? Or they fucking pairs like imperm and Vela. Because right now those cards are really strong against Snake Eye. And Nibiru doesn't really do that much. I mean, it does stuff, but not crazy amounts into Snake Eye. And also Yubel we have to think about. If you play Nib, it's not really good into Yubel because they just make the loving Yubel thing fusion monster and change its effects, and it won't work. Anyways, sorry, I was thinking of something. So this one was used up to go into this. Then I used the effect of this to pop this. Then hear me out. Then we've exhausted our hand, but we've played through an imperm on our sequence. So we used the effect of this one. We used the effect of this one, and we also used the effect of this one. So now I need to pick which one is going to come back onto the board. And which one is going to, yeah. Personally, I think I actually resummon this guy. Because what happens is I can actually draw a card. Because this one will come to my hand. So this one is definitely coming to my hand here with this effect. This one is a fiend, meaning that I can add this to my hand. And then with this effect. And then this one I can add any other fiend. So I probably just add back the Doctor or the Casper or yeah, probably just, yeah, and we've basically got a body on the board. We'll pop this card off the board using the Yama's effect, right? So I got a dock back into my hand. I've got this card that's coming back into my hand. So it's as if my hand is being corrected. So then I use the effect of this one, of Engraver, and then this makes me draw a card, right? Like just a random card. I'll just draw a random blank card here. And then Engraver's effect will search. So oh no, but it actually draws after the fact. So first we'll just shuffle my deck. We should shuffle my deck for like true gameplay, right? Because this one says that if a monster card is sent from the hand to the graveyard to activate a card or effect, you can activate one of these effects, draw one card. So I can draw one card. Boom. I drew one card. Not the best card, but whatever. Then I use the effect of, wait, what? This one says that if this card is sent to the graveyard by card effect. Oh my god, that actually works. I use the effect of this one. And then I can add either Lori. Hold on. If this card is sent to the graveyard, target one fiend monster in your graveyard except Diabolica. Add it to your hand. So I can actually add it to my hand. That's so funny, bro. What the? Have I even used this guy's effect? Fuck, I don't remember. Did I use this guy's effect? Yes, I did, because it was... Yeah, I did use that. Yes, I did use it, yes. And so I add a... I mean, we already have a Casper in there. So... We already have a Casper in there. Do we want to... How do we get this back to my hand, though? Oh. No, wait, how do we actually get it back? Because we used the input sequence and then... Oh, yeah, Diabolica! Oh my god. Yeah. So we can add a Light Fiend. Which is hilarious. At this time, actually adding the... Wait, that's actually funny. So... Yeah, I can go this, and then this one does this, then this effect adds back this one, and then I can go Fusion Summon. Oh my god! Dude, that's so funny. Okay, so here, I think here we just add any, like, magical musket. We can add Casper to our hand, or which one do we not have? Oh, we have Starfire here. So we just go anything, really. It really doesn't matter. I mean, anything. Any one of these Light Fiends are fine. Use the effect of, and then sending Diabolica from our hand. And then use the effect of this one to summon out Fiendsmith. I mean, to add back Fiendsmith. Right? And then we go, because remember, our opponent has, like, it's pretty funny. I can go banish the effect, use the effect, and then this one can send this one plus maybe... No, I won't send the Doctor. I think Doctor we hold in our hand. We go for the Starfire. Use the effect, summon out the purple monster. Oh, also I think we popped the... Did we pop the... Yeah, we did. So we actually have a trap card as well that I forgot about. Because we popped the body. Because Sharvara is in the grave. Yeah, he's in the grave. So we actually have this. I'll put this on the side here. And then these two. Oh, effect of that guy will summon out probably a Casper, because we need Casper on the board for to search for magical musket card, and then we use these two to go into a Caesar, and that's already like, that's like pretty good to play through an interaction. So yeah, I think I'm more happier with that outcome, to be honest. That was pretty funny. We happen to just draw into Diabolica though. That's pretty lucky. That's I think that revolves around heavy luck though. I think maybe the other line. Oh no, but that's because we got interrupted. So we played through something, so which is interesting, which is good. Do you know what's lame? My runic deck dies to nib, I think. I was thinking about it and I was like, wait a minute. I think it dies to nib. Or, if I play really, really intricately, you can make it so that you have like one of the Diabellstar monsters, sorry, not Diabellstar, the Diabells or whatever, on the board. If your opponent does anything, then you can... No, it doesn't work. It doesn't work. It doesn't work. It does not work. I think Nib might go crazy, actually. I'm thinking about it. Aside from entering into Ubel, could kind of... And it's a light, but it's not a fiend. But it is a light. But it is a fiend. It's not going to work. It has to be a light fiend. Stop playing with myself. I already am. Let me see what I can do. 2, 4. Okay, 1. Let's try 1 ash. This is a pretty bad hand. These are all bricks. But I can go... I can probably just activate this. Go into and I go priority effect. On summon. Priority cannot respond. To tribute itself reward. It's tough. Doesn't do anything here. We actually just might need to think about this play for a second, so go into this too. So in the case where I'm low on bodies, instead of going into this, we can go pivot into Yama, or we can end on Caesar. Let me think about it. If we go Yama, effect add that, then what can we do from there? Let me think about it. Let me think about it. It's a bit. I have to play a bit weird because I need to actually utilize the effect of link into the reins, I think, or we don't have to. We don't have to. No, we do have to. This is actually the play. Use the, you know, we use this effect. Boom, boom. So we go into this effect, search Sharvara. Sharvara's effect will then bring back this. Well, let me just think, because let's say we lose to, let's say we just get hit by Ash Blossom here. Then what do I end on? Let's see. What, have I had any situation where? No, yeah, because he couldn't respond to the Requiem because I used the link into the range, so that doesn't work out for him. So this is the only other opportunity to hit me. So he would have gone. I'm just thinking. Let's have a look. This one says that you can target one of your light fiend monsters that is banished when you go add it to your hand or special summon it. So it just wouldn't work because we would lose both of our light fiends. So it wouldn't work by going into that directly. So the only other play was Yama, I think. Or going into a Caesar. Just going into a Caesar. Or instead of that, we can go into this one and pray that it hits with sequence on the board. Use the effect, dump Diabolica, but we're actually losing cards, so it wouldn't do anything. It would just actually put back this, and then that's that. That wouldn't achieve anything. So the only play would be going into Yama, and if I get hit by Ash Blossom here, it's pretty rough. But it's not the end of the world. I have these cards that I can just set. Like if I set this, and then I can always droplet, you know, during their turn, sending 2, then Black Goat Laughs effect to stop a card. Like it's horrible. Like it's not the best at all. Like I can't do much from this position, but I would bank on this resolving, then Sharvara coming onto my hand. That's what she said, and then we're going to. The effect of the really important effect here is to actually pop this Yama. Yama won't get its effect, sadly, but that's fine. The main point is to add back this using this banish, because it says here if a link monster is destroyed and then something of the same original type, so it's a fiend, and then here we can go effect of this engraver to add back. So we've that's the only way we can like play with this janky hand, but you know, it is what it is. So we're going Fiendsmith Tract, effect of Tract. Tract adds in this case Casper, I think. Casper's then I pitch another card from my hand. I think we have to add Casper here. And because I special summoned, I still have a normal summon, which is nice, I guess, but I don't know what it's going to achieve me. I don't know what it's going to do here. But actually it does do something, because I need two monsters including a light fiend monster, meaning that I can normal summon this bozo, and then I can link these two off into sequence and play. Because I don't think I've used sequence's effect yet, because I didn't have enough names. So now I can sequence, and I can shuffle back 2, for example this one, plus this one to go into Caesar, or I think the best possible play is to go into an Omni Negate and just equip that bozo, set 1 card and pass, or I think the best. Am I feeling better? Yeah, I'm feeling good. I'm doing okay. I think I'm doing okay. I think we definitely get rid of these 2, I think. In this scenario, unfortunately, we have to get rid of these 2. And then we go into Casper onto the board. So we shuffle back these 2 into the deck, I mean, do we need to shuffle back? Let me think about this. So if I shuffle back 1, 2, go into that, add this back to my hand, use those two, go into that, doesn't achieve anything, or yeah, banish that, then those two go into that. No. I think the best play here would be to either end on it's not horrible. Wait a minute. It's not bad. Like it's fine. I think I just I think I get rid of these, right? I think we do that. Fuse into the guy. We could fuse into this guy. This one will come back to my hand, but I've already normal summoned, so there's no point. So we go into this one. Effect of this one. This one would then special. And then yeah, I think this is great. I think I do this. This was from a pretty, I think I drew, so my hand was like not very good. It was Black Goat Laughs plus a lorry, which is already 2 bricks, plus a no Fiendsmith access. I had this. I had another brick in the form of, Droplet is fine. It's good as an interruption. But Abominable Chamber of the Unchained just by itself is kind of rip. I had this card here, which helped me play, and that was my 5 card opening. So I was able to convert that into something. Admittedly, that's like probably the worst hands I could have. So this is the board I can make, like with this. And then there is another, yeah, this is the board I can make. I'm thinking, yeah, these are the boards I can make. I'm just thinking in my head, okay, they shifter me, then what? Now how do I play? Like, do I just normal summon Magical Musket, go into, and don't go into anything, I just I just pass and then pray that I drew some magical musket like effects, like the spells and traps. The other option is to play Mimighoul. Honestly, it might be a decent option to play as well. Maybe I should see what I can do with it. Let's just see what I can get for opening hands and stuff. Honestly, I would play it. The issue is I don't have a Shaddoll construct, the link monster, so I'm kind of leaning away, but I'm also kind of leaning towards playing good stuff, Kashtira, like Kashtira with it. So yeah, thankfully I was able to find the last copy of the Angel of Mischief, so I can go and play Utopic Drake of Future Alliance, which is currently what I'm going for. Or we go into the Rabbit line that searches a card that interrupts my opponent, which is funny. So these are this is the other deck that I'll play. Maybe very, very iffy right now in terms of if I'll play it or not. The only sway that I'm getting in my head is the fact that it can play Shifter. That's the only sway, and Unicorn, which I think is a really big game changer for this, just to fuck with my opponent. I think it ruins their day because of the fact that I can just look at their extra deck and rip out sequence, and they kind of lose an entire piece of. They will be minusing really hard to play into to go into fusions and playing. There's like essentially lose their Fiendsmith engine without that sequence. But again, I don't know. And I'll get better knowledge on what they're playing and what to hit, and yeah, anyways, no, I think I'm gonna stick to the Fiendsmith thing. Like in my head I'm playing Bestials here as well that deal with it, playing Shifter. I can Bestial my own Shifter to Shifter again. I'm playing Mimighoul Room, the shot, Ghost Trick Shot with Kashtira. Playing more I should probably play more Unicorn, to be honest, instead of one. I should probably play. I honestly think I'm going to play 3 and 1. Because right now I'm playing 1 Fenrir, 1 Unicorn, 1 Fenrir. Yeah, so I think I need to play another Kashtira if I'm gonna play this. I'm playing Bestials, 3 Bestials, I think, which is, I think is so good. Maybe this format, I think so. I think it's really good. So the funny thing about this deck is that it can force out. It can make your opponent activate effects. So you play Thrust and you play Kashtira monsters, so they trigger. So you special summon out Fenrir. You special summon out Unicorn, right? Special summon this out, and then you special summon to their side of the board a body, and then you use the effects, and then you try and flip it up, and then use the effect of Unicorn to look into the extra deck, and because they activated a monster effect, you can play Thrust and go and find your other cards, and then while you have the field spell up, they can't normal summon. If they're under Shifter, then it's just kind of just pretty rough for them unless they're playing a specific deck that can play under Shifter. So these are like one of the reasons why I'm gonna maybe play this deck. I'll stick to my guns, and I'm gonna play the Fiendsmith stuff. And next week, just for locals, I'll play Flonald Duck. Thanks for the follow. Like I'm really like thinking on my head what to do. I don't really know what to do. The other stuff is Runic White Forest, but I think that probably has the worst time going into my opponent, or like going into a lot of the decks tomorrow. Runic everything, yeah. I mean, I love Runic, so I don't know. I just don't know. I don't think it'll be runic though, sadly. As much as I enjoyed it, it's probably gonna have the hardest time into my opponent's stuff. Yeah. I just need to keep practicing hands so I just need to make sure that it's like second nature to me, so that I'm building the boards, and then when I do get hit by an interruption, that's when I start to think. Rather than thinking on the lines itself, I need to think on the moment where my opponent is hitting me. 3, 3, 3, 3, and 3. That's 15. Siding will be like if I'm going second for sure, going into thrust. If I'm in time, then I do this. I'll play Mulchummy as well for the going second. I also play the Fantastical Dragon. I don't know if this is the cards that I should be playing though. I think I am not supposed to play this. I think I'm supposed to play the I think I'm supposed to play 3 back row hate. Hold up, I need to check. Where's my list? Yeah, it is 3 back row hate. It's not 3 fantastic. No, it's not 3. Yes, yeah. I thought it was odd. I had a dream that I was with Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I think I've heard this story like 2 times already, bro. I don't know how many people... Why are people dreaming about Ninja Turtles, bro? What is that? It's happened to me twice, man. I don't know what my chatters are doing or what's going on. It doesn't sound normal. I don't know what's happening. Why is everyone dreaming about Ninja Turtles? Everyone is dreaming about Ninja Turtles for some reason or another. I'm just gonna bring this deck. I think I've decided. I'm bringing this deck. I've borrowed a friend's cards. I feel like I'm more inclined to do it. I'm getting the... I mean, I know the main line pretty well. The only question is now opponent's decks are gonna be tough. Like, that's just... I mean, I'm just gonna ride this deck out and see what I can do. You know? Dude, some guy got so mad at me for playing Runic today. The rogue player who was playing, he was playing some Zark deck or something. The one that I said about the skill drain stuff. He was playing that shit, and he was so mad, bro. I don't know what to say. He was just angry as hell. I mean, it is what it is, right? I don't know what to say. Brother A is playing skill drain. Tell him he isn't cool. Oh, I'm playing skill drain. I played skill drain. That's not him. I did. Like, that's the whole point. Then you are not cool. Am I not cool? Do you know what's toxic, Tony? When you, because the deck, that runic deck that I'm playing, there's a boss monster in here. I'll read it. It's a synchro card. It's basically the card that allows me to quick synchro during my opponent's turn. I'll read it for you, bro. It's so funny. So what you do is you pitch. The whole gimmick of the deck is to pitch cards into the graveyard, or pitch specifically spells and traps into the graveyard. Rather, it's not just any card. It's usually spells and traps. So this card here. This is the card. Okay, looks cool. It's very nice artwork. Basically, it says if this card is synchro summoned using a tuna synchro monster, which usually you do because the whole the cards in the deck are tuna synchro monsters. Anyways, you go if it's used using a tuna synchro monster, you can target one spell or trap in your graveyard, add it to your hand, and that's it. That's just you can just add it to your hand. So what you can do is, if your opponent doesn't have any hand traps at the first initial stage, you can and they hand trap you at some point, like a fountain or something like that, right? Like a ash blossom, and then you climb into this guy, right? Because earlier in the combo you pitched your talents because you decided that they're not gonna have hand traps, right? So you want to pitch the useless spells from you, and if they did activate a monster, then you add when this guy comes down. You add back the talents and draw 2, or look at their hand. It's so good. And then what you can do as well, it doesn't specify normal traps, normal spells, or counter trap. It is any spell trap. So you can send skill drain from your hand or an evenly matched from your hand. Usually, you're never adding back evenly matched, but in the case of skill drain, you would send it from your hand to the graveyard, and then they would just watch as their life on their face just falls. And you know what I was doing? I was cooking with this particular deck. I was cooking with Upstart Goblin, and I was able to upstart, and then use the effect later on and upstart again. So I cycled twice, which is fucking hilarious. And in a runic deck, that's so hyper consistent. I'm playing 19 runic spells because I had no idea what else was better to do. You know what I mean? It's just, I don't know. It's good. It feels like Naturia Runic, which is why I'm enjoying it. The only issue is right now the format is not favorable to the deck, hence why I'm not even considering it to play. But yeah. Anyways, effect of tracked. Where was I? Oh yeah, we had these two on our hand. Tracked effect. Oh no, we don't use tracked effect yet. We actually wait for our opponent. These two go into a. Okay, I know this line. So I know this line. It's gonna go straight into Yama. So I go Yama. Where's Yama? It's down here maybe. Yeah, Yama effect. Add Sharvara. Then we go and use that guy that we used for that, and then we banish 2, and then we summon out that guy, go into that, pop it, go into that, summon. It's the same board, except we've got some extra interaction for our opponent. This deck excels going second, by the way. I know it doesn't look like it. It excels going second, but the reason why you play the deck is because you can go first. It's actually insane. The guy who built it, I didn't build this deck. I have to take zero credit, aside from maybe, I don't know, some changes. I think I changed one of the cards, I want to say. I better check before I speak out of my ass. There was a recent 10-minute testing that I watched, and I think he had actually changed it based on the changes that the guy said that he would make. Let's have a look. This is Cam O'Neill's list, so it's not even...
Points playoff or Christian Urena's list.
Oh no, is it? No, it's Dinkabuis. Yeah, so his one is 3 talent, 2, 3, 2, I mean 3, 3, 3, 3. Yeah, I mean it works. Yeah, it's the same list. It's literally the same list. I have word for word same cards on that side. I have literally Musket Fiends right there. It's just the same exact list. I have not changed a single thing. It's fucking good. This deck is so good. I love it. Oh no, he's playing Ash Blossom. He's playing Ash Blossom. Am I playing Ash Blossom on the side? Let's have a look, guys. Oh, I'm not. I'm playing... Wait, what am I playing? Oh, I'm playing a time card. True. Do I even need to play a time card? Maybe I should play Ash Blossom instead of this because of the branded matchup. Maybe, just maybe. Maybe. I mean, this one is good against Tempai. I think I'm more scared about Tempai than branded, to be honest. I think if I get into a branded, I kind of clock out anyway. So it is what it is. I'm not gonna be. I don't care about branded. I mean, it's annoying, but you know how it is. You know how it is, bro. You know how it is. You know how it is. You know how it is. They're probably just gonna gimmick puppet lock me anyways. I want to watch this 10-minute testing. We'll watch it together as like kind of the final thing to do together. All right, friends.
Line than an archetype. Released to the Yugi playing public in 2017, they were immediately paired alongside a now iconic...
Holy shit, that deck profile is big.
Let's jump into the games. Our first match is up against Fiendsmith, Yubel, and woof. It's been a rough couple of weeks for this deck. Remember when we thought it was going to be competitive with Fiendsmith Snake Eye, the second best deck in the format, and now Tenpai is occupying that slot, and this is like 7th? Well... They're going first, and unsurprisingly, we don't have too much to interact with them on their turn. They're going to begin with Nightmare Throne into Spirit of Yubel, into a really early Phantom, and this is a position that our deck really likes to be in. A lot of decks right now are accounting for opponents that are going to drop hand traps early, but we aren't going to drop any at all. They've minused themselves just a little to make this monster earlier than normal, which means their end board might be dealable with. This is about as good as a setup looks. They're going to go Pain Pop this copy of Spirit, trigger the effect of the Spirit of Yubel and the effect of the Nightmare Throne to make a Yubel and a Terror Incarnate. From here, they can go ahead and make a copy of Unchained Soul Lord of Yama to grab Sharvara. That's my monster. Then special out this Grave Squirmer, pop the Grave Squirmer with the Sharvara, sending it to the graveyard, and load up that grave for the Sharvara after making a copy of Unchained Soul Rage and sending an A-Bomb. We'll go Squirmer here in order to bring back the Spirit, and opening the Spirit gets to bring back the Yubel to make a Rudress, and then they'll just go ahead and shuffle a couple monsters back into the grave for a second Phantom into a move to close 7, and we are now on Fiendsmith half the deck. We'll go Fiendsmith Requiem into Fiendsmith into Attractus into Lurry. You've all seen this line before. We'll summon out the Lurry from the graveyard, and then afterwards we can just go ahead and make a sequence. We'll go for the sequence effect in order to shuffle 2 back and make ourselves a Lacrimosa. Lacrimosa in order to bring back Fiendsmith, and we can also end on, unsurprisingly, a copy of Wave Hiking Caesar. 2-mana Apo set 1. Let's see what we
Look at how broken that is.
can do. This is a tough nut to crack, but we'll begin with a copy of Pot of Prosperity, finding off the top. Okay, the Foolish Burial Goods is not bad. We'll go Foolish Burial Goods here to send the Black Goat Laughs, then activate the effect, calling the Varujus to turn it off. We'll go Link into the Brains. Our opponent's going to go for a Wave Hiking Caesar, so we will Forbidden Droplet. We'll summon out this copy of Caspar, and then resolve the effect of our Magical Musketeer Max into a live Apollosa. Sexy. We'll go Caspar and a copy of Dock and a copy of Starfire, and eat an Abominable Chamber into an Unchained Soul of Rage, eating the Max into an SP, which will eat the Caspar. That's unfortunate. Okay, we can go Triple Tactics Talents here. Our opponent's going to go Forbidden Droplet to send the monster we would have talented, so instead we'll take the SP and go into a Sequentia and a Requiem. We'll go Requiem effect.
Oh my god, you see what I'm saying? Holy shit. Isn't that crazy?
Here, our opponent's going to go Forbidden Droplet to send the monster we would have talented So instead, we'll take the SP and go into a Sequentia and a Requiem. We'll go Requiem effect for a Fiendsmith. We'll go Requiem target the Fiendsmith. Our opponent will finally pull the trigger on the Phantom of Yubel to prevent that from happening, because of course it would trade, and then go for the effect of the Spirit for a Yubel afterwards. We will reveal the last card in our hand and summon a token so we can make Unchained Soul, Lord of Yama, then sequence in order to shuffle a couple of cards back so we can make an Aerial Eater. Aerial Eater is going to trigger here. We're going to send a Diabolica. We'll activate the effect, grab back the Fiendsmith, send the Fiendsmith for the Tractus, and oh boy, we still have so much to do. Tractus here is going to grab a copy of Lurry. We'll pitch the Lurry. We'll summon the Lurry. Then afterwards, we can go ahead and activate the Fiendsmith in the graveyard, shuffling back Dock in order to summon itself. From here, we can activate the graveyard effect of Tractus to make a copy of Desiree, Sequentia target the Desiree, and from this position, we can make a Rage into Sharvara, popping the Rage, which will trigger the graveyard effect of the Yama, and the graveyard effect of the Rage, and the graveyard effect of the Link into the Vrains. Let's go for Lurry and Caspar and Rage into Anguish, into Sharvara, set a copy of the Abominable Chamber, into the effect of Desiree to make sure that we don't die when we go to combat, into Anguish in order to eat the last remaining freaky guy on the board. We'll eat the field, but of course they can still go from here. They're going to go Yama to summon Lacrimosa so that we can continue attacking. We're going to lead with this copy of Abominable Chamber, then we'll go Caspar to grab a copy of Dancing Needle. That's going to shuffle back all of these Yubels before they have the chance to make the third Phantom, but they're going to go for the opening. We know that's the card in hand, so let's just go for Desiree. They do get to trigger the effect of the Lurry, but they have 4 cards in extra, so realistically, what are they going to be able to do? We're going to SP in response to the Sequentia, leaving them on just the Lurry. They'll Fiendsmith put back the Requiem, which they could theoretically summon off the Lurry. They'll do that here, into Requiem, into a copy of Fiendsmith. Again, 4 in extra. Not a lot they can do here. They'll Fiendsmith to Requiem to eat this copy of Rage. We'll trigger the effect of the Diabolica here in order to summon herself, and they'll go to battle phase to walk over her and the Caspar. We're still in a great position from here. Remember, our opponent doesn't have much left in the tank. We don't either. 4 cards in our extra as well, but we should be able to recycle stuff in graveyard more profitably. We'll go Requiem, target our Fiendsmith, then Fiendsmith effects send the Requiem and the Lacrimosa. They'll go Lacrimosa to put back the Sequence, which is a little scary. We'll go Battle in order to walk over one Fiendsmith and then crash with another before getting in for 16. Then in end phase, we'll just pass back to our opponent. They draw an Ash Blossom here. They're going to go for the Fiendsmith in the graveyard in order to summon it back. Then they'll activate Opening of the Spirit Gates. We will SP Little Knight to get rid of the Fiendsmith and chain the effect of the Desiree to negate the opening of the Spirit Gates. Our opponent will finally concede. Oh my god, wasn't expecting a 5-minute game 1. I guess that's what happens when you let an opponent set up. Our second match is up against, well, Generator. Don't get too excited, Dyer. We are going first. We're going to begin with a copy of, unsurprisingly, Starfire. We will go Tractus here in order to grab a Dock and pitch a Lurry. We'll go Starfire and Lurry in sequence, summoning out both a Caspar and the Lurry. Afterwards, we can make a copy of Requiem and activate randomly Generator. Don't get too excited, Dyer. We are going first. We're going to begin with a copy of, unsurprisingly, Starfire. We will go Tractus here in order to grab a Dock and pitch a Lurry. We'll go Starfire and Lurry in sequence, summoning out both a Caspar and the Lurry. Afterwards, we can make a copy of Requiem and activate the effect of the Requiem to get a Fiendsmith. Then after that, we can go into a Yama. We'll trigger the effect of the Yama to grab a copy of Sharvara, then activate the effect of the Fiendsmith, really wanting my opponent to activate a hand trap here so I can tack in the column. All right, we're going to go Sharvara, targeting the Unchained Soul of Rage. This is just what the deck can perform on the play. It's not a fantastic end board, but it should be enough against most strategies, especially if you're uninterrupted. We're going to go ahead and grab a Sanctus into a max.
Wait. I need to see this shit.
Stuff in great. We'll go Starfire and Lurry in sequence, summoning out both a Caspar and the Lurry. Afterwards, we can make a copy of Requiem. Our opponent doesn't have much left in the tank. We summon it back. Spirit Gates, Starfire. The effect of the Desiree to negate the opening of the Spirit Gates. Our opponent will finally concede. Oh my god, wasn't
So this is the opening hand, okay? Normal summon. Effect. Summon out. Boom.
expecting a 5-minute game 1. I guess that's what happens when you let an opponent set up. Our second match is up against, well, Generator. Don't get too excited, Dyer. We're going first. We're going to begin with a copy of, unsurprisingly, Starfire. We will go Tractus here in order to grab a Dock and pitch a Lurry. We'll go Starfire and Lurry in sequence, summoning out both a Caspar and the Lurry. Afterwards, we can make a copy of Requiem and activate the effect of the Requiem to get a Fiendsmith. Then after that, we can go into a Yama. We'll trigger the effect of the Yama to grab a copy of Sharvara, then activate the effect of the Fiendsmith, really wanting my opponent to activate a hand trap here so I can tack in the column. All right, we're going to go Sharvara, targeting the Unchained Soul of Rage. This is just what the deck can perform on the play. It's not a fantastic end board, but it should be enough against most strategies, especially if you're uninterrupted. We're going to go ahead and grab a Sanctus into a Max, into a Sequentia, here using the Sequentia effect in order to shuffle back the Max and make an early Desiree. Finally, we're going to go Tractus here in order to send a couple of those to the graveyard for a Lacry. Lacry summon back the Caspar so we have it online, and overlay for a Wave High King Caesar. Sequentia's going to equip, and let's set a card and pass back to our opponent. I feel pretty good about this. They'll lead with a copy of Flashing Fire off the top. We'll go Desiree, they'll go Runic Tip, and I think that's fine. They're going to go ahead and get the field spell here. We'll negate the effects of everything on the field, and then in main phase, they're just going to go ahead and fire the Fountain. We'll go Abominable Chamber of the Unchained to bring back this Unchained Soul of Rage. Then we'll go Caspar, to which our opponent will chain freezing curses, popping the Wave High King Caesar. That's unfortunate, but not too big of a deal. They're going to go for the effect of the Runic Fountain, but because of the way chain math works, we have the Death Barado already. We'll go ahead and pop the Fountain. They're going to set a copy of the Generator boss stage and pass. Unfortunately, the Desiree checks that specifically, and they don't have too much left in the tank. We'll just go ahead and activate Fiendsmith Tractus here. They're going to go for Runic Tip, which is cool, but also in the same column as Caspar, so at point of resolution, we'll just go ahead and trigger the Caspar and the Lurie in sequence, summoning the Lurie and grabbing a Starfire for ourselves. Let's make a copy of Anguish into an access code talker, access code targeting the Anguish, and let's summon the Starfire and get in for lethal. Okay, easy one after a hard one. So it's time for game 3, and you know what that means, a best of 3 versus meta. What would our opponent be playing but Fiendsmith Snake Eye? Okay, this is what we practiced for. You can see that they've opened a card that ensures their combo is going to resolve, 3 hand traps, activate the effect of the Requiem, and the effect of the Yoke, setting the Requiem in order to summon a copy of Snake Eye's Lambert's Dragon. Out comes the Bellstar, setting the Yoke, and then they're going to go ahead and make a copy of Sequence. Sequence here is going to fusion summon from the extra deck copy of Desiree, and afterwards they'll make a Promethean Princess, use the effect of the Lambert's Dragon to summon 2, trigger the effect of this Quencha in order to hit the Desiree, and Promethean to bring back the Lambert's Dragon before it's negated with the Desiree, so it can become an Apollosa. Finally, Lambert's Dragon will get this Masquerena, they'll set 1 and pass. Okay, can we break it? Well, the hand looks pretty good. We'll begin with a copy of Foolish Very Good, setting the Black Lapse, so we can activate it, calling Apollosa, that's 2 negates down. We'll go for the Fiendsmith, and okay, that's like the best call by Grave in the universe. Oh god, okay. We'll go for the Dock, and they understand that they need to stop Max. Let's go next. Can't help but think that a Link to the Brains would absolutely change the outcome of that game. Oh well, round game 2, and we're going to try going first again. As much as I want to blind second, I feel like this deck might be a little too explosive, especially post-boarding, and we found some pretty good stuff off this prosperity. We'll begin with a copy of the Fiendsmith in order to grab a Tractus, we'll activate the Tractus effect in order to grab Lurie, which the Lurie, and then lo and behold, we're just going to summon the Lurie. Absolutely changed the outcome of that game. Oh well, round game 2, and we're going to try going first again. As much as I want to blind second, I feel like this deck might be a little too explosive, especially post-boarding, and we found some pretty good stuff off this prosperity. We'll begin with a copy of the Fiendsmith in order to grab a Tractus. We'll activate the Tractus effect in order to grab Lurie. We'll pitch the Lurie, and then lo and behold, we're just going to summon the Lurie out. We'll go Lurie into Requiem effect in order to grab the Fiendsmith, and afterwards we'll go for the effect of the Requiem. Targeting the Fiendsmith, we'll go into a Necro Quip Princess. Fiendsmith will summon itself here, and we can go into a Sequence effect into an Imperm. That's the worst possible thing it could be. We can't even tack from this position. All right, well, DDG, I suppose. Our opponent's going to begin with a Wanted. We have to hope that Floodgate's going to do enough work. They can pitch a spell to the Snake Eyes Bellstar, send it off the OSS for an Oak, and they're even playing under Nibiru. Baldrake in battle phase. Oh, how embarrassing. So we're back with the deck, and well, the best of 3 wasn't a fantastic showing, but I feel the others were. Let's do the pros and cons. First, the pros. 1, the musket spells are really good at dealing with pieces of Snake Eye end boards specifically. A Desperado deals with IP, Cross Domination is a quick play target in the gate for Apo, Dancing Needle deals with Promethean Princess. 2, Into the Brains allows you to get out max and use a search effect without being responded to, which means you're going to get all 3 in hand to pick apart a board. And of course, they're like fiends. And 3, Fiendsmith gives the deck the ability to pump out a respectable board going first with Desiree, Caesar, and Musket interrupts. And the cons. 1, the deck is really teched out for beating a meta that almost exclusively consists of Fiendsmiths. If you're facing rogue decks that have random Omni negates, the deck can really struggle. 2, this version of the deck runs a fair amount of bricks, which can lead to frequent low power ceiling hands, but again, there are other options. This list is hardly set in stone. And 3, you spend a lot of first turns just kind of staring at your opponent. This can be a benefit if you are menacing. Overall, the deck seems to have a fair chance as a rogue competitor, taking a different angle against the current tier decks. I will note, it does need help, so if you are in the business of brewing, it would really behoove you to check the strategy out. Also, it's Musket. What's not to love? See you next time, Lithium. So that's that.
Yeah.
These 10-minute testings...
That's a list. I mean, I'm just running what they have for now because I don't really know. I can't cook. I can't cook right now. I don't know what. I haven't tasted much. I mean, at most I'd probably just pull out one of the talents for something, something different. Maybe a board breaker. Maybe pull out 2 talents and put into thrust, and then or maybe 1 thrust, and maybe completely remove prosperity and try something else. But I have no idea. Right now I'm just gonna see what I can do, and then if I find the the bravado, if I find it, like if I see it, if I understand what's wrong with it, then I should be able to tweak it based on whatever it is. But tomorrow I'm hoping I can do well enough to get a placing. I don't really think I'll come first, but I'll try. Yeah, anyways, I'm gonna go and rest probably, so I'm not tired when I go to the tournament. So anyways, take care. I will I'll let you know how things go the next time I see you guys, okay? Just don't be too nervous and you should be good. Yeah, I'll be fine. Yeah, don't worry about it. I think I'm okay. Yeah, all good. See ya.